Hi everyone. I'm just want to walk through here the statement of belief assignment sheet for the statement of belief that's due at the end of this week, October 5th. Um, I asked you to already start thinking about it a little bit for this week, and I'm going to walk you through a little bit of what you'll be doing for Friday of this week. The assignment's due to me by email at the end of your day on Friday. So that's whenever your day ends. I'm going to read through a little bit of the sheet and then talk a little bit about it as well. So, this assignment asks you to develop a lucid, reasoned statement of what you believe good argument is and does. In so doing, you should articulate also what you believe good argument is not and what it does not do. So, we've been reading Corder, Ratcliffe, Burke, Ferguson, Regal, Forstall, all this stuff. And the goal here, like I mentioned in class, is to take that in, but also produce something that's your sense of things right now. As such, this is not an essay about the theories we've been reading. Rather, it's an essay that tells yourself where you're at in your thinking at this point about what good argument is and isn't. So, as a statement of belief, this is more than a mere opinion, but less than a full-scale argument. Your aim here is not to persuade others that they should think as you do, but rather to sort out in a systematic and cleanly described way what exactly it is that you think, specifically what you think good argument is. In order to do that, you're also going to need to decide what you think good argument is not. In the process, it'll probably be helpful to think about what good argument does and doesn't do, and what bad argument does and doesn't do. So, in essence, you are here developing the core of your own rhetorical theory. And obviously, you can change your mind as you go along in this course and also for the rest of your life. But this is the core statement of belief that you're starting with at this point in time. So, I encourage you to do these little brainstorming exercises before writing. Sit down and just write out some lines in response to each of these questions. What kind of arguments do I want to be persuaded by? Do I want to persuade others in the same ways I want to be persuaded? Why or why not? Is there any difference here between what I want and what I think is good? If so, what? What are good arguments for? What are bad arguments for? How important to me personally is the ethical dimension of argument? Do I owe something to others in the arguments that I make? Do they owe something to me? Why or why not? How do good arguments work? How do bad arguments work? What's the difference? Is there a difference? What role does effectivity play in my notion of goodness? How important is it to me that an argument be persuasive or effective? Why? So in other words, must good arguments in fact persuade their audiences? Must they be capable of persuading their audiences? Are there good arguments that would not persuade anyone? Are there arguments that are very persuasive but are not good? How does this all fit together? Obviously, there's hundreds of questions you could be asking, but these are a set that I think if you write out answers, just like in pen or pencil or whatever, to all of them, that'll set you up to write a really thoughtful, careful first stab at this statement of belief. So, the statement of belief itself should be formatted as a brief essay with a core thesis, i.e. the condensed statement of what you believe good argument is or is not, or both, and then various paragraphs explaining the reasons for your belief. This should be 12-point Times New Roman font, double-spaced with 1-inch margins. It should be at least 3, and if it's only 3, it should be 3 very tightly written pages, or 4 pages long. It could be a little longer, that's fine. Please, no huge titles, weird formatting, etc. 12-point Times New Roman font, double-spaced, 1-inch margins, all that good stuff. And this is due, at the end of your day on Friday, the 5th of October. If your day, Friday, the 5th of October, bleeds over into Saturday morning, that's fine. As long as it's when your day actually ends. Don't get up the next day and work on it. Send it to me before the end of your Friday, whenever that actually is. But to be clear, I don't really care what time it is exactly. If it's 10 p.m. on Friday or 12 a.m. as Friday turns into Saturday or 5 a.m. on Saturday, doesn't really matter to me. If it's noon on Saturday, that's probably not the end of your day Friday. That's probably just the next day. So don't do that, please. All right. Anyways, I'm really looking forward to reading you, and do please come to class with questions about the assignment beforehand if you have any. All right. Thanks a lot.